Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to your favorite weekly podcast, hosted in southeastern Manitoba, of course. The most famous podcast in all of southeastern Manitoba. First Strike, hosted by myself, Brendan Friesen, with Final Boss, Beardo.
Yes.
How you doing, bud?
Still have the beard.
Yeah.
Yeah. You think there's got to be a podcast in Winnipeg somewhere that's a bit more established.
There might be.
A bit more professional.
Yeah, that's very
maybe.
possible.
Bit more less blue, maybe.
A little less blue. You might notice we're a little blue today.
A lot of blue.
We're a little sad. Feeling a little under the weather.
You know what?
Today.
The weather today sucks outside. If you've been out there, it's windy and snowy and windy and we're
Snowy.
blue. And I'm wearing a blue sweater, so it's all good. It's the light reflecting off the hoodie, and then
it's retracting across the room.
It just doesn't work.
It really doesn't. It's not working. But I think you look good in blue.
I do.
It really looks. It's a good color for you.
I have a lot of blue and a lot of black, and also a lot of blue.
Right. So welcome back to First Strike. We're back. We're back. Did we? It feels like it's been a lot longer than a week.
It's only been a week, man.
Usually it feels pretty quick. I feel like it's been like a month since we've done this. Maybe it's because I feel like I've been setting this up for 4 hours.
It's been about that actually.
There was a lot of setup behind this one.
Yeah, and yet we're still blue.
Yeah.
But
What do you what's going on this week? What are you doing? How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. Yeah, feeling good. Yeah.
How's that thing on your leg?
Better.
Yeah, I don't even brought that up on the
No.
Yeah.
No, it's better. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, I had my last part of the how many Fortnite wins you have? Like, I don't know, 4 million the last count. Doesn't matter. Yeah, we're doing good. The shop, I mean, it's January. January is always the slowest month that we've had. That's just how it goes, and it hasn't been too bad. So it's fine. We're getting a lot of consoles in here, getting a lot of games, getting a lot of weirdos in here.
You usually do. That's nothing new, though.
But all of a sudden, 2018, just my patience levels dropped a little bit.
Well, after a year and a half of doing this, yeah,
it's dropped. Like, I had one guy talk to me about wrestling for like a half hour.
Are you a wrestling guy at all? Did you have a phase with that?
No, I had an NES game, WrestleMania Challenge, that I played the shit out of.
Okay,
and that was good.
I had a phase with wrestling games, never really with actual wrestling.
No, but this guy, he was into wrestling, like in the most
religious,
as if it was his sports team, and because he'd just be talking. He's like, yeah, and then Vince McMahon came out. And then Stone Cold Steve Austin came out right after.
Oh no!
And Vince McMahon's jaw just dropped. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah, like who
like, I know who these guys are, but man, it's all scripted. It's not like Vince McMahon didn't know.
I know
that Stone Cold was in the building. And, like, come on, man. Like, just
that's sort of the thing with wrestling. I never really understood that.
Because it's so. Why are you doing that?
Because you looked a little low. Oh. Yeah,
a little blue.
You looked a little blue, little low.
Yeah.
Down in the dumps. Yeah.
I don't like wrestling.
I like the games back in the N64 days. I loved them. Thought they were awesome.
Yeah, it's like the only thing worth playing on that system.
Well, I'm gonna hear a lot of that, aren't I? Can we say hi to Dusty? I want to say hi to Dusty. I feel bad. Can we say hi to Dusty? Let's say hi to Dusty. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a guest star this week.
Straight out of prison.
Straight out of prison. The one and only GetCrowGaming. Here he is.
Hey, guys.
Welcome to the show, man.
Straight out of prison, eh? I'm so happy to be here. So yeah, we're talking about those Cubs, right?
Yeah.
And
yes.
they're not doing too bad. The Yankees. Yeah, and
Super Bowl coming up. It's a big deal.
Yeah,
love that Super Bowl.
Yeah, I have everything written down and ready to go.
For the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. Yeah,
doing a speech.
Go Super Bowl.
Go team.
The First Strike podcast.
This was a bitch to set up. Having 3 people in one room using one computer, having 3 webcams, that's hard. I don't ever want to do this again.
But you got it to work.
Kind of. We're blue.
Yeah, it took a while.
We're very blue. But we'll treat things like we normally would. Mixia. Well, not Mixia. Nixia. No, this is Mixia. Welcome to the stream.
The two of them are so confusing.
Vape God. Yeah, I actually vape quite a bit.
Fact. And Damian Penner, welcome here as well. Let's talk about games. What are you gentlemen playing this week? Shane?
Man, we're still stuck on that Fortnite.
Stop! Play anything else!
I can't. It's too good. It's too good of a game. It's too much fun. It's just so much fun. That's the problem. But we've also bought Monster Hunter World,
Right.
which in 3 days, it came out on Friday. In 3 days, so by Sunday, it was the best-selling Monster Hunter game of all time, which is incredible because we've had it on the Wii, on the 3DS, on the PSP, all this stuff. And the series has been around forever, and it's already the best-selling Monster Hunter game of all time in 3 days, which is incredible. And it's the first time on a Sony home platform, which is good. Why are you getting more of the TV in the way?
Because Dusty's in your shot.
That's okay.
Yeah,
It's
I noticed that. Oh well.
It's fine. We're working with it.
So I bought the Monster Hunter. It's a more difficult game to get into. There's a lot going on. There's so many different things. I've only spent maybe 3 hours on it. And it's difficult. It's well, we'll see. It's good. It's got a lot of potential, and a lot of my Destiny buds, they moved on to Monster Hunter, so I've been playing with them a little bit. And
When did that game come out?
Really?
Monster Hunter
Yeah.
came out Friday.
No way.
Yep.
Nice. And it's kicking ass, eh?
It is.
I've heard good things about it. I've heard nothing but good things about it. And again, if it's sold that well in 3 days.
In 3 days.
3 days.
Over 5 million units.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. We had David Atwood. Welcome to the stream, sir. How you doing tonight? And Dusty, what are you playing?
I'm playing, you know, I always go back to Diablo 3 on my comp.
Nice.
I don't mind that.
You had a phase with that for a little bit.
Oh yeah. Diablo 3 is really
Yeah, like I like playing on hardcore because it's like, man, when your life gets down and man, you just crap yourself a little bit, and it's like a man's game. It also becomes a little bit different on hardcore. But
Totally.
I'm also playing Final Fantasy 11 on a private server,
Okay.
back from 2005 era.
You have a funny story about that game.
I just love that game.
I want to hear more of it, where you had enough of it finally, and then tell that story.
Oh, yeah?
I really like that.
No, man, I love that game. That game got me hooked. Like, I mean, I had to throw that thing away
For which?
for PC.
Oh, right. Yeah, no, you told us that story. You actually threw it away.
I had to delete my character. I had to throw that game away. I loved that game so much, and I saw it at the end of the drive. I even had it on PS2 with the HDD and everything, and the whole box and everything. I watched it sit there until the garbage man picked that up, because I mean, like, I couldn't stop thinking about it.
Okay, but if you were that obsessed, like you're neglecting your wife, you're literally...
No, I mean, this is way
Yeah. But neglecting every other aspect of your life.
I wasn't, though. I was still hanging out with my buddies. That's the thing.
Right.
But, I mean, I just, like, my mind wasn't... I've never felt so consumed in something.
But if you loved it that much, how did you bring yourself to throw it out? Like, I would have had such a hard struggle with that.
Because it's like, no, man, I had my life, and I'm like, this is what I'm becoming. And then, yeah, I had to chuck it. I mean, but now I beat it, so...
I still like that. I still like that a lot.
I had to do it. But now I beat it, so I can play it, and it doesn't own me, right?
Yeah.
I had to show it who's boss, right?
to show it who's
But
daddy.
13 years later, you're still playing it.
Now I'm playing it, yeah. It's not consuming me, but it's, I love that game.
I don't know. It smells like you haven't showered in about 6 months. So
Well,
That's his scent. That's just Dusty's.
This might be true.
It's just how he is his own natural.
What is it called again? King Musk?
King Musk.
What do you call that
King
stuff?
King Musk.
Yeah, you gotta have the daddy clone.
So I finished A Hat in Time a little bit ago.
There you
I
go.
actually
Nice.
100%ed it. That was fun.
oh,
It's not a long game at all. Like you can finish it in about 14 hours or something like that. Like to completion. To compare, like Mario has its power stars, 120, Mario 64. This game you're looking at 40 for 100%.
oh really?
It's a pretty short game. Super good though. I loved it.
I'm not familiar with this.
A Hat in Time. It was a 3D platformer. It was kickstarted, kind of like
okay.
Mighty Number 9 and Ukulele. It was
That's
back,
cool.
Yeah, it was back in like 2012 or something because we weren't getting a lot of 3D platformers. The genre was kind of dead. So like Platonic, they did the same concept. And
Okay.
They did it really well. It was a super good game.
Nice.
Yeah, and then I'm still playing through Dragon Quest 8.
Yes, man. Yes.
It's really good.
Yes,
It's really good.
That's what you have to.
That's a
yes.
good game.
Yes.
Yes.
You had a story with it actually. Like when I initially brought it up, you would give
Yeah,
me a
you
story.
brought it. Have you ever played this game? And you showed me at the game shop here.
Yeah.
And I said, yes, I have. I bought that game for the Final Fantasy 12 demo.
Right.
And I played the demo. I played Dragon Quest 8 all the way through. And then I bought Final Fantasy 12 Collector's Edition when it came out.
Right.
I've only got halfway through. Dragon
Because
Quest
Dragon
8.
was so good.
Dragon Quest 8 was awesome.
I went and
Loved
skimmed
it.
through all of them, and it looks like the best one. Like out of everyone there is.
I don't know much more. Like just like you, Shane. Like Dragon Quest 1 you played.
I played the first one.
I played that one too, and that's it. I played that 2 years ago on the NES.
The way I look at Dragon Quest
And
8
that's-
seems like the Final Fantasy 10 of the Dragon Quest games.
Yes.
The way they set it up, like they changed it to more of that kind of thing. Because I would say that I looked at, I think it was 6, Dragon Quest 6. That was more like
On PS1?
yeah. That was like Final Fantasy 9. It went for the same kind of
Oh yeah.
look.
Really? Okay, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, so yeah, I would compare it that way. I've never actually really played through Final Fantasy 10, but yeah.
Yeah.
It's really good though.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time finding the time to play it, but when I do have the time, I'm thoroughly enjoying it.
Takes a lot of time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I started something on stream. What am I playing right now? Pokemon Coliseum.
That's a boring choice.
I didn't. The patrons voted. That's what they wanted.
Coliseum, eh?
That's what they wanted.
I have never played that, and I will probably never play that.
You're not a Pokemon guy. You're not even a neither. You're Pokemon guys.
No. I played one, Pokemon
I played
Blue.
Pokemon Go for a while.
You played
And I just
one.
had it in my lawnmower while I was mowing lawn, and then that thing was just racking up miles.
Yeah, you caught all the Pokemons.
Pac-Mans.
I put in $50 and didn't even use the money.
You spent actual money on the game?
Oh yeah.
Oh, gross.
Wow.
Gross.
Oh
Wow.
man, you got to do that
No, absolutely
I
not.
have never done that with any phone game ever.
if you're into it. Well, Hearthstone. That's a game I always play. I haven't played this last expansion, but I don't know. I'm in and out of that game too. So
Hearthstone.
Hearthstone.
Yeah.
Hearthstone.
Hearthstone.
What's the you got anything cool in the shop this week? I haven't been here at all.
We didn't get
I
nothing.
just picked up an FF9 Black edition there.
Yeah, that came in today.
That's kinda cool.
Yeah. Final Fantasy 9, the black label. The weird thing with the greatest hits or player's choice and all that stuff is, for the most part, it's the same. But on the PlayStation 1, you pointed out earlier, everything's different. It's like the manual and the discs are in black and white on the greatest hits version instead of full color like the rest, which is obviously what you want, which is why the black labels go for more money.
Yeah.
Once you go later on, you get the yellow label on the GameCube and whatever, and that's everything's the same. Your manual's still full color and all that
Is
stuff.
it really?
Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't know
everything's
that
the
either.
same. The disc is no different.
Okay.
Just the case has that hint of yellow or whatever. But yeah, we got Final Fantasy 9. I finally got, like, it's boring, but Nintendo pin connectors, the 72 pin connectors to fix your old Nintendo, stop that blinking red light problem.
You
those
got
in.
them in a lot faster this time. The first time it took you like 8 months from
Yeah, they took forever. Yeah, this time I ordered it from an American spot, so it came in a lot faster.
Yeah.
But other than that, no, we had those big pickups at the beginning of the year. That was just awesome, like the Home Improvement complete
Yeah, that was
box,
cool.
That's
all
right.
the 64 stuff, and all that stuff. And now it's kind of died off a little bit. But it's January; it's a slow time of year, and it's time to hit up those flea markets and see what we can find.
For sure.
You do flea markets still? You find the time for
I don't
that?
have a lot of time for it anymore. When I was younger, and that's all I did. Flea markets and Kijiji or Craigslist for you Americans, and that's just what we did, what I did, just because I wanted to.
Kim and Ian, welcome to the stream, guys. Hope you have a good time. As well as Barrett Master, how you doing, dude? The best genre on the Game Wave. We'll get into that later.
The
I
Wheel
guess.
of Fortune.
Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune genre.
Yeah.
It really dominated that console.
We need to add that to Metacritic and just give it 10 out of 10.
Right? To collect for the Game Wave. There's no way it's even on.
No,
Anywhere on the
it's
internet.
not. But
So my wife is watching this at home right now. You can see GetCrowGaming.
Oh, is that your wife?
Yeah, that's my wife's watching.
Oh.
Yeah, so if you notice, though, GetCrowGaming, that's something I made over a year ago.
How'd you
I have
come
a
up with
big goose egg of videos going on there.
that? Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to find time to actually do, like, when I do this, I want to commit and I want to schedule, and it's like, this isn't happening. Like, and it's been over a year. This camera I brought from my place, I have the same mic as you guys,
Yeah.
and it's just not happening. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I just need to do it for fun instead of just trying to make a freaking schedule. or
Honestly, that's, like, I've recently started to do this every day.
Yeah.
I'm streaming a lot recently, and you just do it. Like, I
Yeah.
know that's stupid advice, but just,
just do it, have fun with
you
it.
have some
right?
time? All right.
Yeah.
Like, think about, like, when you take time to play a game, just hit a stream button and play the game and talk. Like, it's,
Right.
think of it as something fun rather than something you have to make yourself do. Because if
Because
you're making yourself do it, then
Yeah,
why
like
do
I
it?
don't actually have the time. That's the problem. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like I can't. Yeah, whatever. But
It's tough.
yeah,
It's tough.
hey Jamie.
Yeah, that's something I would love to do more. Is more streaming and stuff. But
Yeah, no
I
kidding.
just don't have the time. I'd like to do it here in the shop while we're open and all that stuff, but it just doesn't work because I have to talk about wrestling for a half hour, and then I have to talk about
And then get invited to a
some
12-year-old's
kids'
birthday.
some kid's
That's
birthday
right,
party,
yeah,
and
yeah.
It just man, it don't work. It just doesn't work.
You guys,
It's
you want
just-
to?
Wanna
What's
come
the
to my
best
bro-
Legend of Zelda?
You want to come to my birthday party? Shane, you want to come to my birthday party? We're going to have beers.
What?
Beers.
Beers. Beer.
Yeah, beer. Quick question: if they're all amazing, or what was that again?
I don't even know.
What's the best? What's the
Oh,
best
yeah,
Legend
you're-
of Zelda?
Keep going.
I don't know. It's quite. I can't even say it.
Come on.
Trick question. They're all amazing. Oh man, I hang out with Shane a lot here.
Too much.
Yeah.
Too much.
Oh man, that's so dumb.
I was busy setting everything up. You guys are in charge of the rest
We
of the
got-
show. So take us away, boys.
Well,
Please.
you take us away with the very first topic.
Yeah, so that online.
Let's just.
It's tough.
Yeah. So you were talking about.
So like, man, I got basically punched in the face with this topic all week this week. The PlayStation Network has been just a big ball of trash for years, and they can't fix it. They can't make it better. I don't know why they're making it have such a problem, but it's not working. It's just really not working, and it goes down all the time. It was down
You
separate
were having
times.
a lot of trouble when I was coming
Three
down.
separate times. The whole PlayStation Network's
Jeez.
down, and the problem with that is so many games require you to be online or have an online connection to play with friends, to see games, all this stuff. Even if you're playing single player offline, you still need to be online for some reason,
Right.
which it doesn't make sense. And it just brought to the question, like, you remember when the Xbox One was first announced?
Yeah.
They said you had to be online all the time. You had to have an online connection,
Which is stupid.
which is
In
stupid.
a way, it
Just
is.
stupid.
In a way,
But-
it is.
In a perfect world, when you have that secure connection all the time, then it doesn't matter. But so many times like this, 3 times this week, PlayStation Network was down. Even on Friday when Monster Hunter World came out, people were all pumped to play the game. I saw guys taking the day off to play this thing, and they can't play it now.
Just single player, and they can't.
because the network's down.
Yeah, that's dumb.
And it's stupid, but it's an issue. Not so much on Xbox.
It's a
kinda had
PlayStation.
they've had their shit together pretty good. It goes down occasionally,
But even Blizzard games, like you want to play Diablo 3, well, good luck. You got to be online.
Yeah.
You want to play StarCraft 2, you got to be on. Like you can't play this stuff.
Okay, well, there's some games that rely on multi. Like, it is a multiplayer game. But
But if you
If-
want to
even
just
when
play a
it-
campaign, you have to be online.
and that's stupid. Why?
Yeah.
Why? There's no reason for that. No.
no, there's not.
Like I mean, it does prevent piracy. They're gonna get more sales, I think. No. Because I know I've done LANs with a whole bunch of pirated Call of Duty 2s,
Sure.
and they're all pirated.
Call of Duty 2.
Yeah, that's
The
way
big
back.
red one.
What?
I think the big red one. Is that what it's called? The big.
Call of Duty 2,
Yeah,
that was
they're-
the World War II one, not like the new one. This
Oh.
is way, way back.
No, but I'm thinking. Okay. All right. I got you.
Yeah.
So here's my problem, or here's my concern now on PS5 or Xbox 2 or Xbox 720 or Xbox, or whatever they're gonna call that thing.
The Revolution.
Sure.
The Dolphin.
If they're gonna have this online only mechanic, that just sucks, man. There's just no benefit to being online only, or like requiring you to have this online connection, and that's gonna be a problem because if we had it Microsoft's way, that would have been a thing on the Xbox One. And for us, we're in a city now, but if you drive 5 minutes outside the city, some people don't have internet. They just can't get internet.
You know
or
what's
the internet
funny?
sucks.
It's funny when you're talking about this on a console. I think that that's more bullshit.
I just don't know what the reason is. I don't know what the purpose. Like, what
Like,
benefits
yeah.
from this online only thing? I don't.
When you have your console, like you plug in your game, like the retro games. You plug that in, you play it.
Sure.
But now you have to be on. Like, see, there's a bit of a problem on PC. Maybe I can understand it a bit more, but for console, come on, you bought the game. Get out of here with that crap. Just let me play the game.
Right.
Or-
It's kind
or
of like
what
if
do you
you
think?
wanted to bring your console somewhere, you have to make sure that place you're bringing it has internet. Like you, because you can't.
Yeah,
play
that
anything.
kinda
That's
sucks.
that's stupid.
That's super dumb.
Let's say the shop didn't have internet and I wanted to come bring down my Xbox 12. I can't. I can't play it. Oh, sorry.
You can't.
You don't have internet at the shop.
And it just, and that's, never mind. Okay, so there's really two problems with this. You have the entire PlayStation Network or Xbox Live Network.
Yeah.
Then you have the servers of individual games. So, funny story, the 3 times that PSN was down, the Fortnite servers were working during that time, but you couldn't use it because the PSN server, or the whole network was down.
It's dumb.
So then it goes back live and it's all good again, but now the Fortnite servers are down because they made changes on the network, and now the Fortnite people have to get their stuff back together, make sure that works, and they have problems with that. And by the time they fix that, you have about 22 minutes to play, and then the PlayStation Network goes down again. And it was just, there was like a 4-day period where you could not play Fortnite, whether it was PlayStation's fault or Epic Games' fault.
Wow.
It was just, that's what it was. And it's funny, but also imagine all them streamer guys that stream Fortnite all the time. They had to go through a 4-day
right.
period
Yeah.
where they just couldn't do it. It just wasn't possible. So you have the private servers of the games, and then you have the actual whole damn network. And there have been mentions of it being a DDoS attack, which is basically just overloading all the servers and stuff.
DDoS. Yeah.
And that just happens all the time, and
Yo,
can
big
happen all
DDoS.
the time.
Even would have thought that. Still, apparently, a more playable game than PUBG, from what I hear. That game's been getting more and more shit about how bad it actually is lately.
PUBG.
Yeah, I've heard nothing other than shit about that game recently. Like, it was super big, and now
Yeah.
people are complaining about how easy it is to hack, how many cheaters are in the game. Like, the community
Yeah,
of it is
I've been hearing
apparently
about that too.
the community is terrible.
The one thing I like about it that it has over Fortnite is that local area chat. When you go into a house, you can hear the other guy that you're playing against and trying to kill. You can hear him, and then you can like taunt the guy and talk to the guy and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
If you're
Oh, that's
within a
super
certain area. I really like that mechanic. That's really cool because if it was me, I'd be talking so much shit to every single person I was playing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it would just make it more fun, in my opinion. I would have a great time with that. But
Right. This doesn't affect me at all. I don't even have a Xbox One or a PlayStation. And Nintendo's online doesn't even exist.
Which is a whole nother topic.
yeah, that's.
We've
Which
touched on it
Which
before.
you guys have said many times. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did we get that virtual console yet?
No.
No,
But
that's
Labo,
still
we got
not.
Labo.
That
That's what the
Oh
fans
man,
wanted.
don't even give.
that
ask for my
is
opinion on that.
that is trash.
Coming out in April.
But
Day
A
one
whole
purchase.
bunch of kids wrecking cardboard. There you go.
We're going to midnight launch, right, boys?
man, did that ever raise up Nintendo's stock
Yeah.
I
margins
can't believe it.
by $1
Yeah.
I
billion
can't believe
by
it.
announcing that?
Yeah.
That's incredible.
A bunch of kids wrecking like that. That's whatever.
And those things
Never
are
mind.
expensive too. It's like
I thought it'd be like 15,
yeah,
20
70,
bucks.
80 bucks or something.
Yeah.
We're talking a lot of money.
you're paying so much money for this damn cardboard. I already hate Lego and I hate Minecraft and all that crap. I am not paying $80 for this cardboard thing that I can slide my Joy-Cons on and move them around. and stuff. I'm not going to do it.
I love your disdain for the name Joy-Con. You just hate Joy-Con.
I don't like it. It's retarded.
I like what B. Ginder there is saying. PlayStation is awesome.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
He knows
Like,
what's
it
up.
kind of is. Like, PlayStation Network is garbage, but PlayStation as a whole.
But
yeah.
was it better than the N64?
Yes. The answer is yes. All right, so we have 3 different opinions in the room on the Nintendo 64 versus PlayStation versus Saturn.
You're like, I'm out of
versus
here.
3DO versus whatever.
It might just be you two on the pod.
The
Doesn't
Saturn. The Saturn. There you go.
So Brandon's pro N64.
Very pro N64.
Very pro.
It's a
N64.
phenomenal console.
A very pro N64.
Yes, it is actually.
Dustin
Phenomenal console.
is very pro PS1.
PS1.
He went with PS1. That's his
Hard.
bread and butter. Me, on the other hand,
The Xbox.
We were all about that Saturn. No.
The Saturn.
No,
Yeah.
I made a huge.
Were you
mistake.
about the Saturn?
No.
Oh,
But I made
Okay.
I made a big mistake, and I went with the N64, and that was a big
It's
mistake.
not a mistake.
PS1 is where it's at in that generation.
You know, I know I've talked this with Brandon. I've talked to this with Shane. Honestly, it was Final Fantasy VII was coming out, and it was like, honestly, systems didn't even enter my mind. It was, I'm playing this game. If it came out in the Saturn, I'd play the Saturn. If it came out on the
3DO?
frickin' Yoshi P system, only Final Fantasy VII, I would have bought the only Final Fantasy VII system to play that.
I get you. Like here's my whole
That's
stance.
just it. I was blinded, but my grandparents bought an N64, and I loved it when I went down there. Played the shit out of Mario.
It was a great look.
It's a great game.
I'm not denying. Like the PS1 has a fantastic library.
A better library.
Are you talking like per cat or?
God,
I had a
will you
lot.
just
I had a bigger.
work
library.
with me here, boys. PS1, fantastic library. I think it was marketed towards an older audience than the N64.
Best.
PS1 had like 5 times higher library though.
Just shut up and let me talk.
Okay, go ahead.
It's great. If you want to play RPGs, you're gonna get the PS1. That's what that console was built for.
Exactly.
N64, complete opposite. There's 2 RPGs on the damn thing. But they're both marketed to different groups of people. The N64 is your 3D platformer console. Your PS1 is your
That's
RPG
right.
console.
And your party machine.
Your party machine.
Oh man, Diddy Kong
controller-
Racing. I
Absolutely.
did that at my grandparents. Like that was freaking good times.
That's
Like,
why I think you have a
can't
hard
knock
time.
it. I do not knock it at all. Actually, not at all.
Oh,
And
no, no,
N64 kicks ass. Just for me, it was all about like that Final Fantasy VII. I mean, it was,
Even that game's not that great.
at the time.
At the time, it was.
Holy crap!
But going back, I played it for the first time probably 4 years ago.
Oh yeah.
Wasn't that great.
N64, PS1 isn't even the same realm. PS1 had what? I can't read that. I'm blind.
PS1 had like what was 1,400 games or something,
There's
and
a lot.
N64 had 297. I'm pretty sure I'm on the dot there.
I had like 400.
No,
Or
297
Is it? Yeah, it's 297.
for NA
Really?
release.
Yeah,
NA
sure.
release. Yeah.
Okay, North America, gotcha. Either way, like they were both very different consoles. You're getting the N64. You're gonna be playing kiddier games, still great games, but targeted at a younger audience.
Yeah, there's like 5 worth playing.
And it is a party machine. Like you got Mario Party, you got your Smash Bros, Mario Tennis, Pokemon Stadium.
Not gonna lie, I was a bit jealous when like GoldenEye came out.
Exactly. You're gonna have some awesome 4-player
Yeah.
co-op stuff going on. PS1, there's some. You got Twisted Metal. Like you're gonna have a few experiences like that, but not what the N64 would offer. They're both great for different reasons. So I feel like it's hard to say which is better. That's kind of.
I know what you mean, and see, I'm on the flip side. I had the 64, and that was my jam. That was my friends had it. All my friends had it. That's just what we did. PlayStation wasn't even no one even talked about it
Right.
at all. Even at school on the playground, nobody talked about PlayStation. But going back now, knowing what I know now, I would have bought that PlayStation all day long.
And that's a preference thing because you love RPGs,
Bought them RPGs.
That's right.
All day long.
particularly turn-based RPGs.
Yes.
So it's a big
Which kind of
looking back for you.
But even now, the more I go back and I play games on the thing that I haven't played before, like Legend of Dragoon and Suikoden, and there's a bunch of other ones that I still want to play. There's just so much more on that console in terms of a single player experience. N64, there's a handful of games that are fun to play by yourself, but after that, it's just not. There's not a lot single player.
You know what Kalen there is saying? Like when you think N64 with a lot of major timeless classics, like Mario 64 will always be memorable.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? She is right.
that game changed.
Mario
gaming.
Kart 64 or whatever, Star Fox, like any of those games, she is right in that response, but I guess it is also to a certain is demographic the right word?
Sure.
To a certain group of
Are you
people.
calling her a demographic?
No, I would never do that.
Are you assuming her
I'm
demographic?
Canadian. No, but what I was saying before is N64 has like 300 games for it.
Right.
And I know me and Shane were talking about the top 10% of games collecting. I know you thought that was interesting, but that's kind of what my jam has been.
That's what. Yeah, you take the top 10% of each console.
Like yeah, kind of like the top, like the best 10%. That's
So
kind
you
of,
don't go for full libraries. You're picking
No.
the best of the console.
I haven't been in the game too long, so
Yeah.
I'm going for the good games. Yeah.
What are you collecting for right now?
N64, NES, Super NES, and I started Genesis, but that's pretty much it so far.
What's your furthest along so far, I guess?
You know what? N64 would be the closest to my top 10% done already.
Because the library is so
Because
small?
there's only 30 games.
But I probably have about 100 NES and like
Wow.
80, 90 SNES.
And we're talking the bigger titles. No, we're not
Yeah,
talking
like the
shop-
good ones. Like
That's
the,
impressive.
yeah,
Not necessarily most expensive, just most
the
playable,
good ones.
high-rated titles.
Yeah. And yeah, like, I don't know, how are you with collecting?
I haven't done it in a while. I mainly collect for my GameCube.
Okay.
Because I'm a little different than you. I like everything.
You just want the collection.
I want complete in-box everything.
That's cool.
I like seeing a huge shelf of games. A lot of what I have is because in the past I've just gotten everything and anything and everything I could find. So I have a lot of just shit, right? Like I got Finding Nemo and Ice Age and
It's still fun to have them, right?
exactly like they're cheap, like $2. Okay, sure, add it to the shelf.
Yeah, whatever. Do
Right.
it.
I do a lot of the bigger titles too. The N64 is probably my second biggest collection. Not very big yet. Like I'm missing Mario Kart for that thing. Like
Okay.
You're definitely farther along than I am. I counted actually. I have 105 GameCube games at the moment.
Nice.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's
Yeah,
getting
that's
there.
awesome.
But there's a lot more to go. Like there's 800, 700.
So if you think of the top 10%, with N64, I should end at 30.
We did a long
What?
time ago. We did
Right?
a topic where we picked the 30 best N64 games, and
Yeah, I was here, I think, for that. Go ahead. Sorry.
at about 27 we were struggling to think of 3 more.
Are you serious?
We came up with 30, but like
There was some garbage on there.
There are some, like, I saw, what's his name? Alpha Megasin or something.
oh, I
He
know
did
him.
he did a top 30. And it's like, in
Okay,
his
wait.
top 30, he had games I didn't even think of. He didn't even have the games I had in mind at
Oh, really?
all. Yeah. So,
That guy loves to talk.
yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
He's
Yeah.
a weird dude.
He talks fast and he is passionate about what he's
Oh,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah.
You can hear it.
He looks straight out of prison.
He does.
He does, yeah.
He looks
He's
straight
got
out
a
of
good
prison.
collection though. Like
Yeah.
that guy knows what he knows what he's talking about. But yeah, his top 30 was like totally different than my top.
So what, he
30.
would have had Mischief Makers on there?
Some people, I've never played that one.
Like he would have had the Star Wars for sure on there. I think he may have had Doom 64.
They gave Goemon.
Goemon.
Goemon, okay.
Goemon, yeah, Mystical Ninja.
That one.
That's a good one.
He had
I've
a
heard
whole bunch of games that I would not have put on mine, but whatever.
Yeah, fair enough. How about you? When you were collecting, what was your kind of go-tos?
It was when I first started, I wanted to collect everything I had as a kid. That was the biggest thing. So
That's
I
huge
want
for me,
this,
too.
I want this.
That's
I want
huge.
this. Oh, I had this game. It's not very good anymore, but I want it because I used to have it. And then all of a sudden you start getting into the boxes. You find I'll never forget my first complete in box NES game. It was Fisher Price Toys or something.
No
But
way.
I was so pumped
Nice.
that I had a box for an NES game. I was excited. And then it just snowballs from there. Then I got into bigger and bigger deals. You get older, you start making more money, and then you just start, getting more and more deals and bigger stuff. And then it came to a point where I wanted everything. If I didn't have it, well, now I want it. I don't care what it is. And I wanted the more obscure stuff. I want the Saturn titles. I bought the Panasonic 3DO in the box for some stupid reason. I wanted all this obscure stuff, like, the Sega Saturn, the Sega CD, the 32X, all this stuff that did not sell well, especially in our area.
Mm-hmm.
There's parts of the world where it did sell well, but here, you can't find this stuff around. Like, nobody had one of these things. Especially like with the 3DO and the Saturns. Like, nobody had that.
Yeah.
Nobody had that.
So it's so hard finding that
Yeah.
stuff around. So I wanted to find all that obscure stuff, and then it just kept going, and it just I want everything, man. Just
Like
give
Turbo
it to me.
Graphics and stuff.
Yeah,
No one had that.
Turbo Graphics took me forever to find that.
Yeah.
And then I finally did. And for me, once I've owned it for a certain amount of time, I can let go of it because I know I've owned it already, and now I'm okay with that. And then I'm okay to sell it and to go after something else I've never owned.
Right.
So if I've never owned something and you have it, I really want it.
Like that,
I could see that.
It's kind of like on a whim we got you to order that GameCube keyboard. You never owned one. You really wanted one. And then you had a few beers that day, so you talked yourself into buying it.
That's right.
And that was hilarious.
But then you sold it.
Then I bought it, and then we sold it.
Do you know how we sold that thing?
Yes, I do.
Okay, because that's a funny story.
Yeah, you were the man that day.
That was so
awesome.
dumb.
That's awesome.
Brandon took 2 of the top 3 most unsellable items in the shop.
And you
sold them
that was cool.
within 10 minutes of each other.
It was so weird.
He sold a Virtual Boy, which
That's right.
Like, who's gonna buy that thing?
Who's gonna buy it?
Apparently, the ultimate hipster. He was gonna buy it.
You know who wants to buy it? The guy you say you need to buy this.
That's how. It went.
That's who buys
That's
it.
basically how it went. And then
you need this in your life.
Then he sells this GameCube keyboard controller, which I still want to get another one.
Yeah, we get one with less fading because yours was quite yellow.
In the picture, there was no yellowing, and then it came here and it was
a bit yellow,
but it was a good deal on it.
Looked good.
So.
Yeah, that was a good day. It was a really good day. What else do you guys got? I don't have any notes here.
We've got, I don't know who wrote this one. Extra Life Billboard. Could it be better?
Yeah, he wrote that. I don't know what that means.
I don't even know
Well,
why
he wrote
I'm
it.
here.
What did that mean?
I don't even have a billboard for one. So why are you saying could it be better? I don't even have one yet.
That's just a question.
Could it be better?
No, it couldn't be better because I don't have one now.
Then the question's answered. Next.
Oh, powering through topics.
Okay, so
What do you mean by that? The Extra Life Billboard.
Could it be better?
I don't even have it.
Well, then I have no idea what I'm talking about.
Do any of us? Do any of us? Show of hands. Who knows what they're talking about? Put that shit down. You don't know. All right.
This is quality.
Brian can sell a Virtual Boy, but not even sell a 2-liter of Pepsi with a pizza. Sure, I can sell a 2-liter Pepsi with a pizza.
I need you know what you need? This 2-liter thick of the cola taste.
Right?
Thick
And they're gonna be like,
you gotta sell them on it.
take my cash.
Yeah. I ordered a pizza from there today,
Ah,
and I wanted all the jalapenos, and I didn't get all the jalapenos.
you were disappointed.
There's not enough on
I
it.
asked her for an ungodly amount of jalapenos. We didn't get an ungodly amount. Of
No, it was just a normal amount.
It was a normal amount.
Honestly, it felt like 1.5 times what it would normally be.
She said back to me ungodly, so I was hoping we were on the same page.
I was hoping too, and I know jalapenos, they're not expensive. They aren't cheap. So I want more next time.
Yeah, right. Feel free to leave a complaint with the.
I will. I'm gonna get 1-star review.
There you go.
One star.
There you
I'm
go.
gonna leave their Rocco's comments in the comment section.
And the where? Maybe get your English straight first.
Yeah.
Where are we putting the comments? No?
Cookie jar.
That's not where it goes.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Who put the comments in the cookie jar?
I don't know. Who gives a shit? What's the next comment?
I don't know. I'm waiting for Shane. I don't have a whiteboard. Normally, I try and segue stuff. I'm trying to rely on you guys, but no, Shane just starts talking about jalapenos. So please do your goddamn jobs and segue.
I'm waiting for Damien to show up with just a basket of jalapenos right now.
Well, here,
That's all I'm
let's
waiting
give
for.
you the chalkboard.
Why am I?
We have okay.
You did the writing, so you can do the reading.
Dusty is a dirty whore.
Dritty. I spelled it wrong.
Dritty.
Yes, it's dritty whore.
Dritty.
I'm the drittiest.
We have a huge not cancellation, but a huge postponement of a game. Anthem,
Yes.
the EA, BioWare, Destiny Killer, as they've been marketing it, is getting delayed till 2019, which is good. Get that game out of here. I don't want to touch it. That is going to be a big old bag of hot trash, and I want nothing to do with it.
Sorry, is that an E?
EA.
It is EA. Okay, they really dropped the ball 3 times. I was thinking about it. Last year, they dropped the ball 3 times. Their biggest one being Battlefront, which
still sold 9 million units. I read today.
sure,
So that's it's still selling pretty good.
I've heard people defend it. I've heard people not defend it, and I need to I don't know how bad it is because I've not played it myself. But some people think, yeah, they really screwed up with it. Some people think it's not that bad. People need to stop bitching and whining.
Yeah.
But you gotta think about it. They dropped the ball with that. Mass Effect Andromeda was a huge disappointment for some
It
people.
was. I saw that thing. It's brand new for like $19 at Walmart.
What?
Really?
Brand new.
Wow, that's dropped.
That's
It's not even in the
Trash.
display case. It's just out there on the
in the
shelf.
freaking bin.
$20.
Wow.
That's
That
almost funny.
hasn't been out that long.
That's
For a game like that, that's not.
No, I
good.
remember that wasn't too long ago at
No.
all. I know
And
some people who liked it.
I
but
still have one in the shop that we've had for months, and I thought it would sell, and it hasn't. It's just sitting there.
They had a third game they released last year. Oh, Assassin's Creed Origins. Apparently that one wasn't. It was better.
That's Ubisoft.
That's Ubisoft. Then who else did I think of? You're right. They released another game last year, and I can't remember what it was. Oh well, I'll move on. We'll get into the main topic we had. That was gonna be we're gonna go through some consoles, and we're gonna talk about the best genre each console did. We'll start old. We're still the best genre on the Magnavox Odyssey 2.
First person shooter.
Yeah.
Odyssey 2? I don't know. You could say anything. The Haunted
Pong.
House.
I don't know.
Pong, basically.
Pong, yeah,
Pong.
it would have been Pong.
That would have been the killer.
Sports.
So NES.
Sports.
Sports.
Okay, so NES.
Yeah, what would be the best genre in the NES? I think it has to go to the 2D platformer.
You know, that is...
Because that killed the console.
There's no other option.
That was the
I
console.
think it has to be, yeah.
There's way.
It's
too
like-
many. You could have made. You
it
could have
has
a
to be.
Tony the Tiger Frosted Flake 2D platformer, and with the right programmers, it would have been great.
Yeah.
Well, Mick Kids was good.
Yeah, McKids was good. Yeah, it's just-
Like, yeah.
anything was good. If you had a talented enough team to make it fun and not make the main character feel all floaty and weird, then you were good. Then you were solid.
That was the way to go with that console. Like there were other genres you could do, but nothing worked as well.
The platformer, yeah, I'd have to agree. I mean, in a way, you could almost say sports titles.
They were a lot of fun. On
Yeah,
that.
they were better
good.
then than they are now.
Yeah,
Like
if you were to
actually.
compare.
Yeah, for sure. We have CS Gaming. Welcome to the stream, man. The NES, great console, fantastic console.
Yeah,
I think that's a hands down side scroller.
you know, I'll give it to that. I'll give it to that.
I like the light gun games. Those are cool.
Yeah,
But
I think
Never
they were
played
done
Golden
better
what's
later.
what's the weird one with the baby? There's a crawling baby, and then you got to shoot things out of the way so that the baby can keep crawling.
I know which game you're talking about.
I don't.
I'm thinking Hogan's Alley, but it's not
No,
that
it
one.
wasn't
This
Hogan's
is,
Alley. I can't remember, but
because the baby's like eventually like crawling in hell,
yeah,
and you're like,
Oh,
yeah,
it's
hell.
weird. A
It's
buddy of mine
weird.
had this game.
what is it called?
I can't remember, but a buddy of mine had it, and we were playing, and it was super difficult for some reason. Because when you think light gun game, you just think Duck Hunt, and that's the only thing you use it
Sure.
for.
There were a few on the PS1 that were pretty good, actually. I've been playing at my buddy's house. Can't
Point
remember.
blank,
That's the one I played at my buddy's house.
a lot of point blank.
Yeah. Yeah, like I can't say that light gun games did. Like I couldn't say that was better than the platformer though.
No,
I know
no,
it's-
it's not. And Damien mentions the puzzle games.
Yeah, I
Yoshi's
was gonna
Cookie,
say that. Oh, he said that.
Dr. Mario, Tetris,
Puzzle games were
Yeah.
great.
Qbert.
Yeah, that'd be up there as well.
They're great, but I don't know. They're just it's not my thing. I would way rather play a 2D platformer than.
So what would you call
funny
it Contra?
story.
Would that be a shooter or platformer?
Isn't that a beat 'em up? No, it's
No,
a shooter.
it's,
not
it's,
really.
a,
It's a shooter.
it's still a lot of platforming though. It's
Yeah, then it has.
there's
it.
just too many. The platformers have there's just too much that it covers because almost everything was a platformer. So.
yeah.
When I
It's
say a
gotta
2D
be-
like strictly just platformer, that is like Mario get from A to B. We're not talking a
Yeah.
shooter platformer. That's a different genre.
This is like you jump on the thing and it dies,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
Run around. Yeah, I hear you.
Just platformer. Well, what about the Sega Master System? What did that do best?
See, I was thinking of that. I don't know much about that system.
Neither do I. Not a big.
I
Master
don't
It's-
know. I don't know.
It's better than the NES hardware wise, graphically,
That's true.
sound wise. It's better than the NES. A lot of the games that came out for that thing also came out on the Genesis, so it's kind of almost the same thing, just not as much power.
Well, read
we
up today,
could, yeah.
the Genesis came 3 years after the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, it was a
And
very
NA, that's wild.
yeah. So it doesn't really matter.
It doesn't. I just
Like-
wanted to know if you had an answer for that.
There's no games were great on it.
It was a mediocre machines.
So there's just there's no point.
That's fine. We'll go to Genesis then, because again, a lot of things were just poured over.
Yeah.
Better and made better. The best genre on the Genesis. I have an idea of what I would say.
I have an idea. I think just because it's been raved about so much, I wasn't a Genesis guy.
Right.
But I think sports was just like
You'd say sports, huh?
insane.
That's what sold the Genesis. They put so much money into marketing to get Buster Douglas and all these big name athletes to having their own game. Joe Montana football, stuff like that. Yeah, sports games, that was the Genesis.
It was.
You were a retard if you played your sports games on a Super Nintendo. You were just a retard.
Yeah. You're not.
But the other option is the beat 'em ups. Your Golden Axe, Shinobi, Streets of Rage, stuff like that.
It had those.
They did beat 'em ups
sure,
very well.
man.
It had a lot of those, and I loved the crap out of both of those genres. So to me, it doesn't really matter which one we go with. They're both great.
For sure. Those were the two I'd narrow it down to. Super Nintendo. Would you say RPGs? Where would you go there?
You know,
because you two love this console religiously.
like I think I like it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, man. You know, the thing is, the Super NES did so many things right that
didn't have blast processing. No.
Didn't have the blast processor. No. You know what? Yeah, I want to say RPGs. Just me as a fanboy, I want to say that.
There were quite a few good ones.
But the platformers were amazing too. So I mean,
it was a good console all around.
It was
every genre of that console they did pretty damn well.
Yeah.
But what stuck out for you? It would be RPGs.
For me, it would have been RPGs. Yeah.
RPGs stuck out for me too. Although I did play the crap out of Mario World and Mario All Stars. And like Battletoads and those styles.
Your favorite game, Yoshi's Island.
That game's.
I like that game,
that
but I know
whining baby, I just couldn't deal with it.
People love Yoshi's Island. I'm surprised you don't. Like that's a beloved game.
If I have to hear Baby Mario cry one more time,
I love that game, but that was annoying. But it didn't bother me.
It bothered me a lot.
But
a lot. I ain't gonna play that thing.
It was cute though. I loved the art style they went with. For that game.
It was awesome.
And even all the characters,
lines.
It was very nice.
All the characters that came out of it, like the Shy Guys,
all
that stuff. There was a lot of Nintendo lore that came out of that Yoshi's Island thing. Even Mario 2 or Mario USA or whatever the heck, Doki Doki Panic, USA. A lot of weird stuff out of that ended up coming over, and it's just weird. They're just weird little spin-offs. I just don't call it Super Mario World 2. Just call it Yoshi's Island.
Yeah,
that is not.
I kind of agree with you on that.
It's a different
I actually kind of thought that.
What do you mean you kind of agree?
When it came out, I thought it shouldn't have been called Super Mario World 2.
What do you mean you kind of agree?
Yeah, what do you mean?
What do you mean?
I don't really care.
Come on, man.
It's not gonna fight.
Let the hair down and let's fight about this.
Yeah.
Should we let the hair down?
Let the hair down. Right now.
Should we let the hair down?
Let the hair down.
Let's let our manes go.
Unleash the mane.
Oh!
Let's unleash the manes. I gotta get a zoom on. Unleash the manes.
Bomb went off.
I don't got the hair you got, man.
Oh no, but that's Super Saiyan.
There's
that shit's going to the moon.
We're going Super Saiyan right now.
Your hair's longer than I thought. How does it do that?
Yeah.
People say my hair's
literally wear a hat all day long. My whole life since high school, I've been wearing a hat, and yet it just does that.
You look like Jimmy Neutron. Boy
Leave
genius.
it. Yeah, he does kind of. That looks kick-ass, though.
Boy genius. I love it.
Yeah, so I don't know. I mean, PlayStation 1, what? I would still say RPGs.
Like, honestly, would you say the PS1 did it better than the Super Nintendo? Which did RPGs better? That's what I want to...
Whoa!
Being the RPG guys... Do they both get crowned the RPG console?
I can't really say that. It's more like, what did Square Enix do to me? Or Squaresoft.
They did both. I don't know how to answer that.
It's hard for me to answer that. At the time, my Chrono Trigger and FF3 and Super Mario RPG.
That's just it.
I mean, I can't. I just...
He's like picking between your kids.
They're both so good. Like, I mean, the PlayStation was definitely
the PS1 just had more.
That was my next step, and I made the right choice.
So you're giving the RPG crown to both. They're sharing the crown.
Yes, yes,
they can share
definitely.
Okay. Let's do something a little less serious. What about, we're looking at the Atari Jaguar and the Panasonic 3DO.
Okay, I don't know.
It's the Road Rash beat 'em up style racer.
Because of the one game on the 3DO.
It's the best game on the 3DO.
It's the only game on the 3DO.
It's by far the best game on the 3DO. As far as the Jaguar goes, that thing, the controller was the best part of that thing.
I don't know anything about that system.
Have you seen that controller?
No. Well,
Are you serious?
I don't remember.
You've never seen it?
I don't
I'm
remember.
going to pull it up here.
It is a mess.
It is by far the worst controller of all time.
We can skim over it because there is no doubt about it that the N64 ruled the 3D platformer.
Definitely.
Like, you got your Banjo-Kazooie, your Mario 64s, your Conker's Bad for like that thing. Just that's what the thing was built for.
Yeah.
You could argue it was the party game machine too.
Oh yeah, I have seen that.
That's
like the Intellivision and the Genesis controller in one.
How do you hold that thing? I was watching a Metal Jesus Rocks video and he actually defended it, saying it wasn't.
Are you
that
serious?
Yeah.
I know that guy too. That's cool.
It's because
garbage.
I like him a lot. The buttons on the bottom are a number pad that you apparently don't use very often.
They need Intellivision overlays for that.
See, I would understand it more if this thing was backwards compatible with the 2600 and the 7800.
Sure.
And all that stuff. Then I understand that. Yeah, you probably need to have that there. Other than that,
it's just a random number pad.
Let's get out of here with this crap.
Yeah. N64 3D platformer. The Xbox, the original Xbox. What did it do the best? Did it do anything the best?
Halo was a killer.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
It's got to be the
first person shooter.
Not that there was a lot, but you have the Halo, it wasn't an exclusive, but you got the James Bond games, you got Time Splitters, that was a huge series.
Yeah.
Time Splitters was basically GoldenEye 2.0 is what it was.
You had you said that Gears of War?
No, that was 360.
See, now the thing about Xbox is if we even jumped right to the 360 right away, and then even the Xbox One, I feel like FPS is still the answer.
It's still the answer. Yeah.
That is what Microsoft focuses on, and that's what it is.
I mean, Fable was pretty cool.
Sure, but that was just Fable. There was no other games like Fable.
Yeah, that's not like it's gonna like take over the whole
that
system.
One, yeah, that one game can't.
Never.
Well, apparently they're making a new Fable.
I heard that.
I can't believe that.
That's right, they are.
Probably
that's actually
not gonna be that good.
I'm actually a bit excited over it.
It wasn't Lionhead working on it, correct?
No,
I have no idea.
It was a new developer.
I
am.
Yeah, maybe that's not so good.
Then. I'm hesitated, but I'm optimistic. Like it's.
Oh, it's worth being excited about.
I'm not gonna like freak out. Like, oh my god, I'm getting into a new Fable 1, but because I loved Fable 1. I'm just waiting for it, thinking about it. I'm not gonna get my hopes up because I love Fable so much. We'll see.
I enjoyed the first one. I played the first one years after it came out.
It was very good.
I think I was actually out of high school when I played it. I probably played it 2008 or 2009. I played Fable 1.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I was late to the party, and it was good.
I don't think anybody could have worded that better than Rafa. You have the Halo, and of course, you also have your Halo on the Xbox. I couldn't word that any better myself. So we'll go back. The PS2 and the GameCube.
Yeah, see, now you're getting into territory that I'm not too familiar with. Because you're looking at exclusives here, right? When you compare Xbox and PlayStation.
That's what you're mainly.
Are you not?
Yeah, that's the main focus.
Okay.
You can factor in other things, but like that is the selling point. The GameCube. See, the GameCube is a weird console because they lost a lot of third-party support, and then they had a lot of different stuff, right? Like you had your 3D platformers again, like on the N64,
that were not good.
That weren't as good.
They were not good.
Not as good.
Not good.
They weren't as good. You had they did some weird stuff in that genre. Like you had this weird Luigi's Mansion spin-off game. You have Donkey. Yeah. They took Donkey Kong and made Donkey Konga and Jungle Beat. That was their experimental console where they just changed stuff.
I always viewed it later on. It was the testing ground for the Wii. Are people going to play with something that's not your traditional controller? Are you going to play with these garbage bongos? Are you gonna play with what were some of the other weird ones that they had?
There was a Mario Dance Mix. That was
the DDR thing, and I mean DDR had been around for a while already, so
Yeah, it's hard to pinpoint what it did the best. You had a few good RPGs on it, like Nintendo grade RPG, like Pokemon games, and then your Paper Mario game on it.
The 1,000 Year
It really just had it was a solid mix of everything, and nothing stands out over the other on the GameCube, in my opinion. I mean, maybe just the 4-player have a good time with your Mario parties and Mario.
I think if I was some of the N64, like it is the 3-platform machine. You could argue that was the party machine. I would give the GameCube the title party machine.
Definitely.
Because you had Melee, you had Mario parties, you had your Mario Kart. A lot of people like Double Dash the best.
No.
I said a lot of people, not everybody. I don't like it the best either.
I've never been so disappointed on Christmas when I played that damn game.
So I would give GameCube the title as it did party games the best. PS2. That thing's huge. There's so many games on the goddamn
Yeah,
PS2.
I can't even... See, this is where you guys could take over.
No, PS2, I haven't played that much either. That was not a machine for me. I got one super late, out of high school. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Probably 2007, 2008. I got it. I
PS3
bought a PS2
was
and
already
an
out.
Xbox, and then I went back and played some stuff on there. So
Yeah, I was thinking more in the retro end of things. Like,
yeah, I
Before
can't
2000.
help you on PS2 Grand Theft
Yeah.
Auto. I guess that.
but
I don't like. I like the PS2 a lot, but it's like the GameCube. It had a lot on it. You're looking at you have the 3 platformers. They took them more seriously. Like you had Jack and Daxter, you had Ratchet and Clank. You also said shooter. Like that one I find harder to pick a genre for than the GameCube.
well, it had the biggest library of games.
Yeah, like it's huge. You have
massive.
anything
Yeah.
and everything.
There's
On
what,
it.
1,400 games, 1,500 games.
No, that was the PS1. The PS2 had way
Was
more.
it more? Yeah, like 1,800 or something.
Like
I know a guy.
It's over 2,000. for
Really,
sure.
eh? I know a guy
For
in
sure.
town that's going for a full collection. He's well over 1,000 games already.
A lot of PS2 games, man. That's
There's
a lot.
a ton of PS2 games.
I would. I think I'd have to give it to the open world kind of game because again, you did have your Grand Theft Autos.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Shadow of the Colossus. I'm pretty sure that was an open world type experience.
Kind of, yeah.
I think that was probably what it would be known for. That's hard to say.
I have no idea.
Because again, a lot of those
I
games
have no
are
idea.
inclusive.
Yeah. And go to PS3, Xbox 360 and stuff. I don't even know what to say, honestly. No idea.
That's a weird era. Like I feel like shooters kind of started just to rule every console at that point. What did the Wii do the best? what
They did the stick point at the TV and
motion
press the button
control
thing.
They did the
The waggle.
Yeah.
They did the waggle the best.
The waggle wheel.
they did the best. You're gonna play this thing for 5 minutes and never touch it again. Game.
I guess.
It was a good point and click system.
Point and click.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a GameCube.
They could have made a whole ton of adventure games, not gonna lie. Like right back from the 90s.
They could have.
Like here's King Quest freaking
but
11.
Why
One
do that
click.
Right.
when you can play Cooking Mama and flip this omelet 14,000 times?
Well, I mean, I can't say
until
no to
it's
that.
just right.
I can't say no to that.
The Wii is the kids' machine. It did kids' games. The Wii
It was
sucks.
the kid machine.
It was. There are like the amount of shovelware games for kids that are
Only rivaled by the DS.
Yeah, that are exclusive for the Wii. That is what that console is.
It's funny. I have a guy that comes in here and he trades me these uncommon Wii games that are valued at 20, 30, 40 bucks.
Oh, that's an
I tell
uncommon
him-
game.
I tell him I don't want it. I'll give you $5 store credit.
See, Brian,
I don't want it.
did he bring you that Pikachu's
Isn't
Adventure
he the
game?
guy that asked
No.
like he wanted like $100 for something?
No, that's the smelly guy.
Oh, I didn't know he was smelly.
We'll get to that one. Anyways, he wants to bring me these Wii games, and because 1, I hate the Wii. 2, no one's paid more than $5 for a Wii game, and 3, I still hate the Wii. I still really hate the Wii.
Period.
But yeah, as for a funny shop story, there's this guy that comes in every now and then, and he just needs to take a shower. Like I won't.
Every time he comes in.
Every time I feel bad making fun of him, but it's the honest truth. He walks in and it smells bad, and you just wonder why does it all of a sudden smell bad? And whatever.
It's the guy.
It's the guy. So he brings me a DS, just a DS, not even a DSi, a DS with a charger, and I'm like, okay. I look, it is not in good condition. It's terrible. The hinges are almost broken. the screen, the touch screen, it's like they took a quarter to it and just scratched the crap out of it. It was terrible.
Oh.
And ask him how much are you looking for. I'm expecting him to say $5-10 or something, right? But he wanted $100.
What was this? What was
a DS with a charger?
It was DS. Oy.
He wanted $100, and in my head, this is already never gonna happen. And I told him, honestly, man, in the condition it's in, I'd go like 10. And then, would you do 95? No.
Would you do 95?
No, I would not. No.
No.
Would you do 95?
Not even close. And then he took his game and left, and then, yeah, whatever. It
had a charger and a scratched thing.
charger and a super scratched bottom screen, and the hinges weren't in good shape, and just everything about it was just terrible.
$100. What does a DS even go for? Like $30?
Maybe 30. In good condition, about $30.
Like an original DS? That is obsolete technology.
In good condition, you're at $30.
Wow.
So that's why I had 10 in bad condition. I didn't even want to go there. But I figured if he's expecting $100, then I don't got to worry about it because he's not going to take my deal anyway.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
Either way, back to that topic. I do want to know one more because the PS4. What would you say? On top of the PS4, anyway. What does it do best? You're the only one with an opinion.
What does it do best?
Yeah, because I know you like pretty much everything you've played on that console.
I'm going to go with the online games, especially the free-to-play online games. There's about 10 free-to-play online games on this thing that are fantastic, that don't feel like free-to-play. You get free-to-play on your phone, and it's more like pay-to-win.
Yeah.
But you have games like Rocket League. It's not free anymore, but it was for a while. And you have games like Fortnite and Warframe and Paragon and all these games that people love, and you can throw thousands of dollars at it, but it's not going to increase your skill or anything you're doing. You have no advantage over the other guy.
Just skin-wise or whatever.
Just the way everything looks. That's the only difference here.
Right.
So it's been doing that very, very well. As far as like one genre, all their exclusives like the Uncharted, The Last of Us, the single player story-based games that the Xbox One just didn't feel it needed. Those are another kind of side thing, and they're growing, but I would still say more people are playing the online games with friends that are free to play that you can just pick up and play, and just there you go.
Right. Okay, fair enough. I'm gonna lump all these together, but I'm curious because I don't know what you guys think about it. Any old handheld, I'm just gonna lump them all together because they're all more or less the same, right? So you're looking at your Game Boy Advance, your Atari Lynx, like
there we go.
Your
Wonder Swan,
Nokia
N-Gage.
Yeah, there you go. Your Neo Geo.
Your Nomad.
Hang on, Nomad. Thank you. Like what do old handhelds do the best? What would you play on an old handheld first?
What I liked was Nintendo, and the thing is, I went to the PSP. And you know what? I used that thing actually for music. I drove truck and I had that thing with an FM transmitter. I used the crap out of that thing for music. But I liked how Nintendo always kind of went back to their older system. Like the Game Boy Advance brought SNES.
It was
back.
a portable Super
And I
Nintendo.
wish
Yeah,
I would have went there. And I didn't. And so in a way I have a regret with that. But I think Nintendo did well when they brought out their handhelds, like quite a bit.
At the time when
and I wish I would have been on that train. I wasn't. Go ahead. Sorry.
Nothing to add to that. You pretty much nailed it.
Oh, okay.
What's the genre though? What genre would you play first?
I liked like
there's a clear answer here.
Those RPGs. I mean, like, come on, that was it.
Yeah.
RPGs. Yeah.
But I mean,
I was hoping you'd say that because.
Tactics Advance on the Game Boy Advance. Oh man, I played that on the emulator on the computer.
Nice.
Loved that game. Now I have it complete in box. Hell yeah. But whatever.
Unless it was directly like a Nintendo-made game or ported from Nintendo, I don't know why, but on handhelds, platformers usually sucked.
Oh, yeah.
You've got the small screen size. That's the biggest problem. You can't see far enough ahead. I remember trying to play Sonic Rush, I think it was. Back in the day, and it's just impossible to play. The screen was too small. You can't.
The DS one? You're talking Sonic Advance.
Sonic Advance, maybe.
Okay.
Whatever. It was on the Game Boy Advance. It wasn't the DS.
Okay, so yeah, we're talking Sonic Advance.
Play that. But
Yeah, the screen crunch is bad.
it's just and it can't refresh it fast enough. So when you're going side to side, Game Gear has the same problem with blurring. You can't see what's going on. Everything just kind of looks blurry when you're going side to side, and that's just kind of one of the problems with it. But my answer is RPGs. You got your Pokemon, you got your Final Fantasies, you got all these ports from the NES, Super NES, all that stuff. And RPGs, you don't need them to be super flashy or to run perfectly.
They can be slow-paced.
Simple, slow-paced. The music has to be there, and that's kind of it.
Yeah, I think that's the right answer. I think you nailed that. I think that's everything I want to cover for that topic. You guys wrote down 2 things here.
I wrote down a lot of things there.
All right, we'll wrap things up soon, actually. But we had 2 topics here. I'm gonna name a game apparently, and you guys are gonna respond to that game.
Okay.
With I don't know, a sentence, a word.
I got a piss like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, and you're gonna hold
That's
it.
what
You're gonna hold it.
I've been holding it like a man.
Instead of the hot pepper reviews, you got I got a piss reviews.
Okay.
No, we're gonna pass through 10 games, and afterwards you compete.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes.
I'm gonna take my time on this one.
Go for it.
We'll open up real old school, the OG Pac-Man.
Those damn ghosts, man. Always faster than me. It sucks. Just like my life, everybody's faster than me.
Freaking legendary arcade game.
Legend of Dragoon.
Solid game, but not as deep as people think it is.
Yeah.
There's not a lot to it.
Loved the game back in the day. Long game. And awesome fighting mechanic.
Battletoads Double Dragon.
Best music on that Super NES.
Man, best 2-player with my cousin. One picks a toad, one picks a dragon. Kick shit.
Now, were you the dragon or the toad?
He's more of a. He looks like a toad.
I think I picked the toad.
Yeah, I think I always did too. I always picked rash.
Oh yeah?
Always rash.
I think it was always gonorrhea. No. But whatever.
Echo the Dolphin.
Matt, that's such a weird ass game. There's a game there. I thought it was a tech demo, but there's a game
apparently
there.
there is some game.
That's one of the 4 Genesis games I owned, and I haven't even played it much.
Really?
Oh man, it's
weird as balls.
exploration. It looks cool. Like honestly, I want to play that.
Echolocation.
It looks cool.
Super Mario World. 1.
I played that in Walmart, and I heard my mom say to my dad behind me,
Right.
"We're gonna have to buy him one of these."
Really?
Yeah. Well, I was just engrossed in the freaking what do you call it? The demo. What do you call that thing again?
Kiosk.
The kiosk. Yeah. And then I heard my mom say that to my dad, and I got one that Christmas.
Aw, muffin.
Kicked ass.
It's an overrated game.
Balloon Fight. You guys wanted
Black
retro,
Box
so
game?
I'm giving you retro.
I love Balloon Fight.
Did you love Balloon Fight?
I love Balloon Fight.
Yeah? I had
that game as a kid, and that is so fun, and just that is talent. The developers made that game just play. It's a fun game to play. They did a great job. It's an early NES game. It's awesome.
Okay.
Great game. Wisdom Tree did it better.
Wisdom Tree did it better.
Is that Adam and Eve?
Yep. Suikoden.
Too many damn playable characters.
Yeah?
Yeah, I didn't play that one.
Too many damn
too many.
playable characters.
Okay, well, if we're going with too many damn playable
Too
characters.
many.
Shining Force.
I've owned that game once. I have never played that game once.
Really? Oh, yeah, I hear it's very good.
Shining Force.
It's on the Genesis. Is it on the Super Nintendo too?
Frick, I need to play that. That's my review. Frick, I need to play that.
Frick, I need to play it.
It's an RPG, so get on it.
Heck yeah.
Get on it.
Heck yeah.
Oh, man. The Lion King for the Super Nintendo.
Genesis did it better.
Yeah?
Probably, like Aladdin?
Genesis was better.
I think you're the only person I've ever heard say that.
Genesis does what Nintendo don't.
I think that's one of those games where everybody says the Nintendo did it better.
The Lion King, yeah. I'm just trying to be a dumbass.
You're just trying to
Aladdin on Genesis was way better.
Yeah? Interesting.
I don't remember, but I guess it's a good speedrun game. That's all I could say. people speedrun it.
I'm trying to think of a 10th one to tear you two apart. Like something that you would just... I don't know if you have a game like that.
Say one.
Oh, maybe I'll wait. Maybe I'll think.
Do it.
Spend some time.
Punch
hang
me
out,
in the gut.
Punch you in the gut, maybe. Pour some water into a cup.
Yeah, exactly.
Slowly.
Pour some sugar on me.
Pour some sugar on me.
Oh, it's a karaoke show now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Of course.
Okay.
So, I've always been.
Oh.
Well.
Yeah, I need to play that Lion King game.
Beam me up, Scotty.
What are you thinking? Star Trek.
Excite Bike.
Okay.
Those sound effects got old so fast.
They really did.
I can still hear it in my head when I played that. I could just
Frickin' amazing game.
No,
You
not
love
amazing.
Excite
Frickin'
Bike?
amazing
It's
game.
not amazing.
The track race.
No.
The building your own track.
No,
Great
that's
game.
too much like Minecraft.
Sorry.
You don't
That
like
game was at the time.
Tata time?
That was a great game.
Fight Bike was just not very good.
It wasn't a very good game.
That's a really good game.
It's super
Yeah.
bad.
It was a good game.
It wasn't that good of a game.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're actually going to wrap it up there, so we will let Dusty go pee. Thank you for joining us this week.
Yes.
We appreciate it. It's good having you here.
I
It's
don't know
nice
if
being here.
I didn't like it that much.
No, we're not going to have him.
No.
No, don't get me wrong. We're not having him again.
Because we all have to be blue now.
I know, it's tough. It's tough.
I've heard that song.
I just don't like it.
Hopefully we'll have you again. Maybe you won't be here. Maybe you'll be at home.
Yeah.
This was a bitch to set
Or
up.
the other room. Get him in the other room.
Get it.
Just
Yeah.
don't-
Get a room,
Get a
Dusty.
room.
Get a room. But thank you for hanging out. We'll see you guys next week, 9:30 p.m. Tuesday, Central Time.
Winding down and all that.
Winding down. Wrapping up.
down.
Wrapping left. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you guys next week. Have a fantastic night. It's been a pleasure.
Has it?
It has.
Okay, cool.
Toodles.
Toodles.